Hey, welcome back to the devlog. So last time we made the drones right here and made the code for it. I know last one I didn't have like the footage for this because you already know. But anyways, what we were doing today is making the turret system, which I already kind of have made right here. I would have recorded this as well, but this time I actually just kind of copy pasted the code from the drone right here. And then as you can see when I do run here, there you go. So as you can see when I do the run thing here, it turns to its target, and the barrel right here aims at its target as well. So I can move it around, do a little bit of this, then I can move it up and down. The turret barrel will follow, just like that, something like that. And the drone came to say hi. So as you can see, this is kind of, I actually did just kind of copy pretty much the same code as in the other video. As you can see, this is the exact same burping code to make it look at its target. This time it doesn't move, but it rotates to its target. And here I had another one. This is the one that makes the gun move, so it's pretty much the exact same, except I just changed this. So it's really not much missing out on here. I will show the basic build here though, so if I copy paste this, I'll duplicate it. So as you can see, this is right up here. I use the same code, so this is titled drone. This here is the gun. It goes right there. So it's like right where the humanoid part is positioned at. And this will move. And so I took another part right here and I welded it to the gun. So this is the barrel now. So when this moves, this takes it with it. So I'll just run this again. Nope. I don't know what that was. So if I unanchor this, oh well, never mind. But anyways, as you can see, it's actually pretty simple. So that's pretty much it. What I will do today, I will actually go through the modeling process here this time, because there's not really much else to record here. So here we will make the drone, we will make the turret system, make its model, and then that's it. So I'll see you in Blender. So we are in Blender, we have our little cube here, and a picture of the turret that I want to do. So as you can see, I've changed the model a bit since last time. I've added a few things I want to put onto it. And we're just going to make the model here. I'm going to speed this up, and I'll see you when I start talking again, because it's probably going to be a while, so strap in. So this is the model I decided to go with. As you can see, I added a few things, spiced up a few things here as well. And now what I'm just going to do is I will select everything here, export it into Studio, and then I'll just texture it and color it and put the script in it, and that should be it. So I'll see you there. Alright, so now as you can see, I have ported it into Studio here, and now what our next step is going to be is I'm going to go through it, give it a few materials and colors, and then I'll get into taking this model here and I'll put it into our little code that we got in here, and then we'll make it work. So again, I'm just gonna go through this, speed it up a little bit as usual, and I'll see you when I'm done. Alright, so this is kind of the cutter scheme I want to go with. I based it off of the drone here, as you can see, and I think they look pretty nice side to side. Look at that. So basically now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through all this. I'm going to group it together like that. Make sure I selected everything. Yep. And so now that's all grouped together, I'm going to bring it over right here. I'm going to take the code from here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate pretty much exactly what's going on here. I think the easiest way to do this will just be to actually just move it inside of the actual model here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take all this, I'm going to just grab that. So I have this, I'm going to just move it like that. And where to go? Okay, that's not where I wanted to go. There. So now that we have that, what we're just gonna do is I'm just gonna I'm gonna cheat a little bit here, and I'm gonna just simply just kind of copy what I did here already. So I'm just going to move this off to the side here. And so what I'm going to do is, let me see if it's actually lining up properly first. That's about right. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to just make a few things here. So I'm going to add the details folder in. So I'm going to do folder. I'm going to do details. So now I'm just going to do another folder. I'm going to do gun, body, and that's it. So now I'm going to take all the gun parts here, just like that. I'm going to drag them right over here. And so I'm going to put them into the gun folder right here. That's the body folder. I'm going to put it into the gun folder right here. So now we have this right here, it's all in this group here. And now I'm going to take the rest of this, bring it over, and put it into the body folder. Just like that. Now I'm going to take all these and make it transparent. Like that. And then I'm going to get rid of this particle emitter. And so now I'm going to just take all this, select it. I'm going to duplicate it actually. I'm going to select all this, grab the gun here on this one. Okay, I'll grab the body first. So I'm going to grab the body. I'm going to weld it to the drone part here because I'm being a little bit lazy here. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to select the gun, I'm gonna weld that. And now when I run this, it should work properly. Let me make sure everything's unanchored, and then I'm going to just go through the humanoid root part and anchor that instead. Now when we hit run, it should, yep, there it goes. So now it's looking at its target here. Our poor little Bob here is getting looked at by a turret. So if I move him around, it should follow just like that. Yep, there we go. And let me move them out of the way. So I'm just gonna move them off to the side there. There we go. So the little turret's looking right there. It should follow him when he goes up as well, just like that. Looks pretty natural to me. And so this is basically kind of what I want to go with here. So you can see that the turret follows our little Bob here perfectly. It does have a little bit of a wait before it actually reaches him, which I will use soon, as in for the ray casting, to make sure it is looking at him properly. So this can be avoided if you really tried. So that's pretty much it. And so that's that done. Now I'm just gonna go through it here. I'm gonna make a few tweaks to the model here. I'm going to grab a few parts and I'm going to kind of put in like a little bit like some details in them. So I'm actually gonna go into here and I'm gonna copy the code from the blinker here. So I'm just gonna, okay, well, it's not there. Okay, I'm gonna go to this one. I'm gonna copy the code for the blinker. It should be right here. I'm gonna just copy that. I'm gonna select the blinker here. There we go. And if you don't know how the blinker works, it's just a while wait loop that changes the material. That's it. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to rename it as well. I'm going to name it to blinker. And so I'm going to do something else here as well. So this little part right here is going to act as like a sort of like, it's going to be like a laser kind of, you know, those things that the you know, it's this thing's just kind of work as like a no laser here. It's gonna just shoot a ray at its target and it's gonna follow that. So I'm just gonna rename this to laser, just like that. And so I'm going to actually move its weld to the I'm gonna move it to the gun instead. So I'm just gonna destroy the weld there. I'm gonna select the gun and I'm going to weld it together, just like that. So I'm going to go into the laser, I'm going to insert a script. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just make a little ray cast. We're going to ray cast the position of the laser here to whichever way it's facing, how far that goes. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of, it's just going to work like a little laser that's going to show where it's pointing at. And hopefully that will make sure that players know that they're about to get gunned down by a turret. So well, what I'm going to do is we're just going to make a ray cast. So I'm going to actually go back to another script I have, and I'm going to just kind of cheat here a little bit as well, because, you know, so I'll just go and grab that real quick. Alright, so I went and just kind of snagged the code that I had here before. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go through, change it a little bit, so I'm going to do like, so this is the code for the shock troopers. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to make a variable for the target. So I'm going to do local target equals events. Oh, that's not it. Parent. Okay. Parent. Events values target. And so now I'm just going to do target.value.position. So this is, I'm gonna change all these things here to target dot, you know, the thing. So I'll just do this real quick, just like that. And so I'm going to do laser. Okay, laser dot size equals. I'm going to copy this right here. There we go. Gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna change the color here as well. Nice and red, just like that. And let's see what size we want our laser to be. So I'm going to make a cylinder here, like this. And so I'm going to just size this down. I'm going to take the actual laser part here for reference. So I'm going to copy this, like that. And I'm actually going to use a part here actually, so I'm just going to kind of do this instead. So I'm going to need to kind of make it so it actually fits properly. So I will just play around with this a bit. I think I need to change this. Okay, not at all. Copy this. Put it there. Take this here. This should be what I want. 14. There we go. So I'm going to take our laser here. I'm going to copy it. Its position. I'm going to put this down here. And then I'm going to do, I think I'll do 0.1. So this should, I'll actually do 0.05 actually. 0.05. 0.03. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this here. So this is going to be 0.01. 03 actually. Then this is going to be 0.03. Distance, I'm going to do distance. I'm just gonna do that. Just like that. And so this should supposedly, well, first of all, let me do that position. Just like that. I'm going to delete this. And so I'm going to put in a while wait loop. So while wait do. And so I'm going to put in a local laser here. So every time it does, it's going to destroy the laser. So if laser, then laser destroy. Like that. And I'm going to get rid of that. Now it should work. There we go. So, if this works properly, let me just start playing it here. I'm gonna hit the run. And let's see, something came up. Okay. So yeah, this isn't originally the code for this thing here. So I'm going to do instead parent.position right there. So that should fix it, and it should be giving me my laser now, hopefully. Alright, there it is. Ooh, that's kind of... yeah, look at that. Oh, get out of here. Okay, hold on, let me move these guys out of the way. Oh yeah, look at that. So, it will stop targeting after a certain range, and just like that. There's the laser. Easy as that. It's kind of scary. But you can see it is aiming here. If I move up, it follows just like that. Keep going up. Yep. It's kind of weird though, but I doubt any player will be that high up compared to the turret here, so I'm not really worried about that. So now I'll change the duration of the blinker here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making the code for it to start shooting and stuff. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go into here first. I'm going to take this as reference. So as you can see here, for the drone, we have, where is it? Let's see, where is it at? Okay, so it's in the root part here. So in the root part, there is two attachments. So these attachments are basically in the same area as the gun here. Again, why it's upside down is I made the model wrong. I didn't want to fix it. So basically I'm just going to do the exact same there. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go into the root part here. I'm going to add in the attachments just like this. I'm actually going to put in the gun actually. So in the gun, I'm going to move these just like this. Just like that. And so this should be the left one. Yep, that's the right one. Okay, so this is right C-frame. So we're using the attachments to get the C-frame of the kind of where the gun kind of is. And so we will use that to change the direction the bullet is heading. So this is going to be left C-frame, like that. And now I'm going to copy the code again. So I'm going to just kind of take this, like that. And I'm going to put it, it's actually already here. So I'm just going to go instead just, I don't like this code actually. I'm just going to do all this, get rid of that. And then I'm going to go into here. And so I'm going to get rid of this because it's not playing any animation. And let's see where it is. Where is the other animation? Here it is. I'm going to get rid of this animation here because it's not playing one. Here we have the right gun. I'm going to change this to gun dot right C-frame dot flash, just like that. Then I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to do the same thing. Gun dot, oh, let me get rid of this. Gun dot left C-frame dot flash. I'm going to get rid of the animation here. And now I'm going to take the kind of the same thing that's going on in this thing over here. I'm going to select it, copy this sounds here, paste it in here. Then I'm going to take the flash as well. I'm going to do this, just like this. I'm going to take the flash, there we go. And I'm going to put it into each of these attachments here. And so, let's see. Yep, that should be it. So we're just going to give it a test real quick, see what happens. Okay. So we need to put the ammo value in here. I honestly forgot about it. So here we go. Ammo, summoner, copy all that. I'm going to go into here. Paste that. And I'm going to run it. Okay, so there's another bug right there. So I'm gonna go into here. I might have misspelled it. Right C-frame. Did I misspell it? I'm actually gonna go and copy it here. So, right C-frame, copy, paste. Oh, it's right here. So this should be gun.right C-frame. This should be gun.right C-frame as well. So now this should work. we're going to need to turn off the can query for the beam here. So I'll go into here. We're gonna see where I found. Let me see where it's at. It should be in the details here. There we go. Gonna run it again. So I'm actually gonna have to change something here as well. I think it might still be going based on the no. I'll increase this. So I'm gonna increase this to 80, so it has a lot more range here. And then I'm going to take the attachments here and I'm going to move them forwards, like that. And now I'll run it. Yep, just like that. They're a little slow, but it's pretty much the same thing as the drones here, just without the loud engine sounds. So you can see it's working properly. I'll need to fix this though. So, well, there you have it. This is pretty much basically the whole thing here. If I move it around a little bit like that, perfectly fine. It'll switch its target as well right here. I'll move it back here. Yep, just like that. That's pretty much it. So this is where I will end this. Thank you all for tuning in. And our next episode will be where I will be making the actual model for the actual character and then start animating that. And then the final thing will be where we implement it into the game. And if this guy would be quiet, actually, hold on. Let me just... Okay, it did not work. Okay, so there we go. So, thank you all for tuning in. The next one will be where we will move this guy out of the way first. Okay, so the next one will be where we will make the actual model for the character. And we will finish off this devlog by making the actual character work properly and implementing it into the game with everything that it needs to work. And that will be the end of this devlog for the technician. I don't know if I'll do another one, but I hopefully will. So, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all next time.